Hey everyone, this is your host Nakaichi of Centaku Media. How is everyone on this second month of November 2022? And with that said, we are about 60 days out before we hit 2023. Wow, can you all believe it? We're almost at the end of the year. And it felt like the year just began, but now it's getting cold. Finally have we're finally done with Halloween, and now we are getting ready for some Thanksgiving and holiday throwdowns. So, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. My name is Nakaichi. I am a VTuber here at Centaku Media. I hope everyone is doing okay. Hope everyone had a good Halloween. I hope anyone that went to Anime Weekend Atlanta also had a good con, and that is actually what we're going to talk about tonight in this. Well, it's our regular stream, but we are also going to dedicate the first hour or so talking about what went down at Anime Week in Atlanta. And for those that are familiar with this channel, we talk about anime, gaming, and everything in between. So that is what Centaku Media is about. So if we are Centaku Media, of course, a con like Anime Week in Atlanta is that perfect con to go to celebrate everything that we enjoy. So this year in particular had a bit of everything. So I mean, it's like multi-fandom cons like Dragon Con and then Kanuga and then the Trotham Con, but no. Anime Weekend Atlanta's been around for a little over 25 years, getting close to the 30-year mark, I think. But this year definitely brought to some realizations that this con is been here for a minute, especially for those that live in the Atlanta area. Like it's one of the few, I say not few, but more than a few, at least maybe the top 10 conventions in the United States where everyone celebrates anime, gaming, and other fandoms, especially K-pop this year, as we saw for the first ever performance of a K-pop fan at AWA. So I'm really excited to talk about that as well. Yay! Oops, actually, that is the wrong button. I meant to do this. Haha. So yeah, we saw a K-pop band perform at AWA. Saw a lot of good cosplay. Some of them I don't even know what they're all about, unfortunately. And by that I mean like some shows I'm not familiar with, or some that I should be familiar with, like Demon Slayer and Tokyo Revengers. And that was actually the biggest thing that we saw at the con, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. So yes, just to talk about news going for Centaku Media stuff. Grammar, I know. Just apparently I have like allergy issues. I don't feel like it's COVID. I should probably check out if I have COVID or not. But I feel a lot better now. I took some allergy medicine. I feel a lot better, but of course it is that time of year, so it's really hard to tell. But anyway, also I'm belching too. I had lunch earlier. Had a late lunch, so need to get that out of the way. But I've also rested up, so that is good as well. But oh yeah, so anyway, enough rambling. So yes, I'm talking media news. So yes, we do have a Discord server. We got a few new channels up I do want to talk about. So let me figure out what those buttons are. So if you go to our Discord, centakumedia.com/discord, we do have some new channels up. We have the Echo Chamber channel, which I'm going to talk about here, or rather talk in it here in a little bit. And also we have the Good Eats channel, which is self-explanatory. If you made something or if you ate something while out and about, then this is a channel to post it. And also I believe there's a new channel I have for convention stuff, talking about like anything like AWA related stuff. Hey, we got a Shadow Stream supporters rate. Hey, welcome to the stream. How are you all? I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. Yes, it's Wednesday. As this week went by real fast. Early stream raid. Yay, thank you for tuning in. Welcome. Let's see, we got OGT Nasty, Jordan Plays, Beamies 9908, Practical Porsche, Flaming Toe Jam, John 007, and Homestuck Freak. A lot of people. Oh my gosh. Momomoni. I think this. Hold on. I got so many windows open. First time chat. Yeah, Momomoni. First time chat. Homestuck Freak first time chat. And YJohn007 first time chatter. BMC 9908. And then we have King's Revenant. Thirsty Bard. And then, Thirsty Bard's been here before. And if a bot says that this is your first time here, so a bot thing that I'm trying to fix, so it shouldn't do that again later. But I am doing great. The stream is going good. Just started, and to kick off the stream, I'm going to talk about a con I went to this past weekend called Anime Weekend Atlanta. Hey Kuga, I haven't seen you a while. How are you doing? It's been a minute. But yeah, we're talking about Anime Weekend Atlanta. It's a convention held in Atlanta, Georgia. It's the biggest convention in the southeast of the United States, and I got some pictures to show for, and I'm just leading everyone in before we get to that, and also having some technical difficulties because I apparently some stuff doesn't work with OBS 28 anymore, so I'm gonna have to work around it. But also, we are gonna play Phoenix Wright after we talk about the con. I'm on the final chapter of the game before we get into the second game of the series. So, actually, let me go ahead and start that out here. Give me 1 second. I'm using a slideshow viewer. I don't know why I never think about the stuff ahead of time, but here, let me go ahead and switch it over. And we're gonna pull up Irefran Fee. There we go. So I got some slideshows, and I'm gonna put on some music here in a minute. Yes, here we go. That works. Oh, sure, I didn't do it right. Hold on, I didn't do that right, and then here we go. I think that should work. Okay. Alright, so that's good, and then I just need to start a slideshow. Alright, so I think that's good. So yes, Anime Weekend Atlanta. It's going to slide every 15 minutes, seconds rather. 15 seconds, and just a little history about the con. It's a little over 25 years old, of course, with 2020 the way it was. I skipped a year, but I think this is like the 27th, 28th year. But with that said, this year was very interesting if you wanted to get a badge, or if you pre-registered, which is the best thing to do when you go to an event like this. You will avoid the lines, but unfortunately, apparently there were lines this year that wrapped around the lobby, at least the upstairs lobby of the hotel. So if you pick up your badge ahead of time, or if you got a mail-in, it will save you a lot of time, so that's what I did. I went the mail-in route, and this is actually my 12th year attending this event in particular, so yay. Not consecutively, not because of 2020, I actually didn't go in 2010, but yeah, it was a lot of fun, and this year I did something a little different. So in the past, I actually volunteered for a few conventions in the town I live in, but I retired last year, so instead of going to we go to cons and promote our event at the tables. They call them con tables, but for some reason they didn't have it at AWA this year. But anyway, yes, I've actually been going to cons longer than that too. First con I went to was in 2003, so that is coming up very quickly. I sound so old. It's so old when you think about it. Yeah, 2003, I've been going since then, but there were some years where I didn't go, but I think this is the longest stretch for this one con that I've been to. So yeah, this is my favorite con. But yeah, there were long lines for registration. If you were walk in, you had no problem. Only had like less than an hour. But yes, mail-in is the way to go. Apparently for the next, any years moving forward. And apparently they're going to be moving soon. Not sure, but I'll get into that later. But yeah, so I saw a lot of cosplays, and they might be very biased, so I tried to get as much as I could, but hope you enjoy them, and I do have some video as well. So yes, we have Team Rocket, we have Tengen from Demon Slayer, and then we got Graha from Final Fantasy 14. I did cosplay for a bit, but not too long. That was for the Final Fantasy 14 photo shoot. Thank you for the lurk, y'all. Have fun on your next train stop. I hope you stick around for a bit to see what what the con's all about. But thank you, and yes, and if you've been following this channel for a while, there's definitely some Yakuza centric cosplay as well. So yeah, and if you paid attention to my Twitter, I spent quite a bit just to get a certain character in my life. I don't know. That's actually one of the favorite things about going to cons is that you know you get into a series and then now you start seeing this character everywhere you go and you want to enjoy it because it's just especially if this year has been kind of iffy in particular, you definitely want to like get into it. So yeah, definitely, yeah. So yes, Majima's everywhere, so you can tell by the the pictures I have here. But yeah, all that is from the Final Fantasy 14 photo shoot. Some of those people they were from Aether, and I don't know if I took the picture from the peeps from Crystal. And although I'm probably the Primal crew, so yay, Primal rep. So I didn't get a chance to get a picture of that. But also, I was Alphino from Final Fantasy 14 as well, so I got some selfies with Subway Estinian and Alice. So I'm so glad to see another Alice there, especially from the Shadowbringers expansion. So that was all on Friday, but we didn't get to the con until Thursday. Maybe I should start with Thursday. So yeah, Thursday at the con. It's before Thursday was the unofficial day of the con, and it's now the official day. So now you're paying for 4 days at the con from Thursday to Sunday. And on Thursday they do have events. They do have the Super Happy Fun Sale, which is pretty much a flea market or thrift event for those that want to sell their goods from previous fandoms if they're not part of it anymore. It's there for someone to buy it and bring it into their home. So I unfortunately, even though I got my badge mailed in, I didn't attend that event because I didn't want to deal with the line. Also was interested in having dinner, and then we also met up with some friends we haven't seen in like 3 years. But that will be next year for sure. But friend, unfortunately didn't get to the con until like 7 o'clock, and Super Happy Fun Sales run from 6 to 9 o'clock. So even though they stood in line that long, they unfortunately didn't get into like maybe 9:30. So sadness. Where's that Price is Right fail? Well, anyway, that was the biggest complaint, those lines. So we're gonna talk about the lines here in a minute. I got some Facebook posts to talk about too. But anyway, so Thursday was also weird. I guess for someone that hasn't been to the con on Thursdays as often, compared to like in recent years, I suppose, of trying to explain. So Friday nights, especially Saturday nights, the lobby of the Hotel the Waverly is crowded. Crowded in a good way. Like everyone's dancing. They always have a little dance party by the elevators. That's been tradition for years. But I feel like the Waverly and even the Galleria is under new management. Oh, here's the picture. Here's my selfie with Subway Estinian. Just a little background if you pay attention to the 14 fandom. The voice actor Robert Fernan, who voices Estinian, he did a voice demo of for Subway, and I think in the UK. So that's where that came from. And then I got LSA. Yay. So I got a selfie with LSA as well. But going back to the con, so yes, I feel like the Waverly and the Galleria, they kind of want to steer away from Anime Week in Atlanta. So there's this rumor going on Facebook that they might move after 2023. That is something we're going to talk about at the end of our recap. But hold on. Why does it say? Okay, so apparently some drop frames. Why does it say to drop frames? Hey there, this is Trains. I'm moving on to another station. Thank you, John 007, thank you, and hope you have a good rest of your raid, and I hope to see you again soon, and thank you, Practical Force, for the hype. Woohoo, yay! So, thank you. So yes, Thursday, I think it was around 11 o'clock, it was dead. That is what I was trying to get. I was dead on Thursday night, and I'm like, really? But what I'm also trying to get at is that Thursday and Friday wasn't as loud as it normally is compared to like 2021, because I feel like they just say, hey, no loud music. So they had a silent rave instead. I wonder if this was planned ahead of time. So, I mean, it's interesting. Oh yeah, so these pics right here, they're from Pixie. They're, as far as I know, they're the first K-pop group to perform at AWA ever. And this is not the first K-pop group to perform at a con. And as far as I know, Fix performed at Otakon back in 2013, 14, I think. That is something I wish I had seen before they got big, and unfortunately, I don't think they're a group anymore. Although I did get a chance to see Ravi at least, so as a Starlight, that makes me happy. So I'm glad to see it. Got the chance to see Ravi, but it's Pixie. They're a rookie girl group, as you can see. I think they've been around for like a year now, year and a half, and they're currently on tour. And this happens to be one of their stops. So I am glad to have seen them, because you never know, because they might end up being the next Blackpink or Twice, and you want to be a part of that history. Say, hey, I saw Pixie at Anime Week in Atlanta before they got famous, and that's kind of the same with Fix, because they were still like in the same boat. Also, mind you that I'm not really big into girl groups, so maybe they're more popular than I think they are. So I don't know, but like I said, I want to be part of history. Also ran into Kimchi Chris, who is also a Twitch streamer, and I've known him for like a decade now. He used to be a part of the Manpower, which is a local band based in Nashville, Tennessee. I think they had like at least a good 5 years running, from like at least 2009 to like 2014-ish. But they went their separate ways. But Kimchi Chris in particular, he's really into K-pop, so it was nice running into him again. We all talked about K-pop cons in Tennessee and Georgia, and we talked about Yakuza, because he also streamed Yakuza. I'm pretty sure the whole series. My memory's a little faulty on that, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, you have to have played the series. That is our goal. Dang it, we are going to play all of Yakuza. Come on, y'all. But speaking of which, Yakuza's tomorrow. Kiwami is what we're playing. We're on part 4. The game is on chapter 7 of that game. So hope you tune in. Then also, part of me is wanting to stream it on Friday before or after the Elite Four challenge, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, so yeah, going back to the con. So Friday and Saturday, I managed to hang out with a close friend of mine, DJ Panda, or MC Panda. She's been featured, or both of us been featured on DJ Sippy's radio show back in the day on The Wall in Chattanooga. Back when I don't even know if they're still a station anymore. As far as I know, the show is no longer a show. But yeah, Sippy was there as well. He's a photographer. Sippy's cosplayer. Sippy's photography. You might know him on Instagram or Facebook. So be sure to hit him up. He's taken a few of my pictures in the past. I need to share more of them, and I would really like to get back into cosplay in the future. So that is also another conversation for another day. Basically on Twitter, I said I need to have this motivation to keep. I need to keep. Like, I always find the motivation to cosplay other characters at cons, but after like everything is done, I go back to sleep. I go back to sleep. I go to sleep. Rest up for going back to work. That is, if I take like the week off from work, which is currently the case. And then I have this motivation to say, oh, I want to cosplay this. I want to cosplay that. That is the boat I'm in now. And I'll tell you the character I'm cosplaying as. And that's actually one of the hints I posted on Twitter. about a certain character being everywhere. So if you look forward, that is what I had in mind. So but anyway, so Friday, I met up with Panda and her friend. They've been friends. I'll call her A for the sake of conversation. I don't think she has a fandom name, but we'll call her A. So A or Miss A. Let's call her Miss A. So Miss A and Panda, we hung out a bit. This is my first time meeting A, and this is actually the first time I've gone to panels in a long time at EWA, and it is no joke. It's like the Hunger Games. When you go to panels, you have to stand in line at least an hour early, maybe before then. Even though they tell you not to line up no earlier than 30 minutes, it is a challenge. Um, but yeah, getting to panels is a challenge, and we went to the Jujutsu Kaisen panel, which I think was on Saturday. We went to one panel on Friday. I forgot what the panel was. Okay. Oh yeah, it was no, it's two panels. I believe it was the Pokemon Yoga panel. It was the Sailor Moon trivia panel, and it was the Inuyasha panel. We went to all those panels on Friday, and they were enjoyable. Inuyasha, of course, I fell out of love with years ago. My friend Panda, she thought she had her A game, but apparently she didn't remember any of these characters or moments. So she's like, "Yeah, I'm done." Um, Sailor Moon panel was also great. I enjoy that. I'm not also a whole lot into Sailor Moon except for like a couple of arcs I'm familiar with, but as far as like the beginning of it, it's all unfamiliar to me. I know that's probably something I have to revisit. But yeah, I did watch a part of Sailor Moon growing up, along with Dragon Ball Z during that whole era, that early Toonami era. But so yeah, enjoy those. They also had a trivia using Kahoot.it, so that was good too. Might do something like that for this stream as well, like some kind of trivia. I thought about it, but oh yeah, so the thing looped back around. So we're back at the beginning of the stream, I think. Well, the beginning of the photo stream. But yeah. So we saw all that Friday, and then I saw the Pixie concert Friday night. Oh yeah, and then of course before that we went to shoot, when did we went? Oh yeah, the Final Fantasy 14 photo shoot. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. This picture reminded me of Thursday night. There was one event I did go to, and it was a Yakuza sing along event, and I also expressed my interest of this panel on Twitter, which was basically what you think it is. So if you're familiar with the Yakuza games, there are mini games, two mini games in particular, where you can go to karaoke and the Yakuza in question sings his heart out a little too much. Maybe they pour too much of their heart out. But that is actually a good thing. So that's like one of the best things about the game. And I actually didn't get a chance to participate in it. Oh, and by what I mean by didn't get a chance, I was shy, but I was like, I just want to enjoy this. And mind you, I'm still familiar with, still new to Yakuza, being in my second game. Like, the only song I'm familiar with was 24 Hour Cinderella, of course. That's everyone's favorite. Of course, it had to be, that was what was up for grabs during the sing-along, and also some other oddities as well. Like, I guess oddities, like, it's that mini game you play when you play under Majima, the club, the Grand. There we go. Guys, there's some songs during that apparently has lyrics. Like, ooh, apparently there's lyrics for that. I don't know, but who would thought? So yes, that was also my favorite part of it. So that also almost got full, but I managed to find a sitting spot as it opened. So yay! So got into that before too late, and they're being really strict about room capacity. So you can't stand in a room. So if there's nowhere else to sit, you have to leave. I usually just stand just to see like what's going on, just to see if I want to stay for this panel, but that's not the case. Like for some, but at this point we just kind of knew where we wanted to go, so we had to stay in line for it and go in. So yeah, that's all that went down Friday night, and then we hung out with some friends Friday night as well, out in the courtyard area, and yeah, it was a good time. And then I stayed in the room with Sippy, had some pizza, and also if anyone saw a really tall, Yasha, a really tall Prince Ashitaka, there's also Prince Ashitaka on Instagram. I think that's his name on Instagram. Don't quote me on that, but yes, he is not quite not much of a social media person, but yes, he's cosplayed Prince Ashitaka in Inuyasha for past decade. But he is actually working on a new cosplay that I am going to just wait until he confirms that he's trying it. Apparently he's been talking about it for like years now, but I'm like, is that actually gonna happen? He's just as bad as me. Oh, excuse me. Oh wow, just as bad as me. Oh my gosh. But yeah. So that was Friday. Oh yeah, so dealer's room, we're gonna get to the dealer's room here in a bit. I did buy a few things. Let me see. I gotta rearrange. I also did this at the last minute. I had to rearrange some of my pictures here. So some of these, I'm not sure if I should even show on Twitch or on Discord because this is kind of questionable. The purchases, that is. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to probably post it in Discord, but I'll just show you some of the things I bought. Hold on one second. I'm gonna put this here because I'm using iFranFew, whatever how you pronounce it, to have the slideshow, and I'm so glad I thought about this at the last moment. But yeah, so we got some purchases to share here in a little bit. But yeah, getting to Saturday, we finally getting through halfway through the con. So Saturday was another day. I slept in a bit I think I didn't get back in the room until like 2 a.m. But or no, wait, or is that? No, that was Friday. So Friday, didn't get back to our room till 2 a.m. and then I slept. Woke up at 8. I was gonna go into my costume. I said screw it, and I went down to see my friends. They went to Pokemon Yoga, and then that's when I joined in, and I pretty much hung out with them the whole day. We had lunch at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I know what the things where they are, service was a little iffy. They were short staffed, and even there were some staffers that apparently just wanted to do their own thing. So yeah, that happened, unfortunately. Oh, I'm gonna pause here for a minute to run an ad while I do one little thing. So bear with me. This will be a 30-second ad. So give me 1 sec. I forgot. I need to do a few more things here. Let's see. Which order did I put these in? Okay. Well, I might just show this in a slideshow as well. Okay. Well, just anyway, we'll get to that here in a moment. One moment. One sec. Actually, I might take a short break here a sec. I need to actually use the restroom, but yeah, I think we're halfway through. I think I can make it, but oh yeah. So just a little bit before we go on, I'm stalling right now just so I can add, so the ad could be finished playing. Ad could be done rather. Grammar, sorry. So I was gonna do a try not to laugh challenge for the stream, and I was going to do a mini subathon for the stream as well, but I said to myself, ain't nobody got time for that. So I just said I'll put it to the side. We'll worry about it later. So yeah. So I might do a subathon though before the end of the year. So anyway, there's that. So going back to the Saturday of Awa. So yeah, we saw those panels. We saw Pokemon Yoga. We went to the was it a Sailor Moon panel that day? Oh, I don't know. Well, we went to some panels. We actually had lunch afterwards. From this place. It's like a Nana's Cupcakes, which had a little satellite hub for the con, and the food was not bad. The food was really good, and they had their cakes in a jar too, which was actually pretty cute. I didn't get a chance to get one, but I would have probably had no room to have it as well. Hold it because I had a small bag with me. And I actually bought a backpack specifically for the con, but I didn't carry it with me throughout the whole weekend. But so where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so we saw those few panels. I think what? Oh yeah, it was a Jujutsu Kaisen panel. So I have no idea what Jujutsu Kaisen is all about. So, um, I just sat in and watched. But I have watched like a handful of episodes. Actually, no, I did watch like at least 5 episodes of it. But it's just one of those shows that's just not in my on my radar right now. So like at some point I will watch it. Otherwise, like right now I'm just gonna deal with what I got. Right now I'm actually watching Hypnosis Mike, Link Click, and the Phoenix Wright anime. I just finished the first season of it, but I'll have to wait because the second season is gonna go into the second game, which will play here on the channel very soon. But yeah, so that's how it is. I'm still struggling through Bleach and what's that other one that My Hero Academia. So yeah, Goembu, you know, you want. I don't know. I guess I just would rather watch the English dub of Bleach, even though I watch the Japanese dub of Bleach from the beginning to end. I don't know. It's just, I guess, the sign of the times. Times to change. I'm getting older. Like that was at least 10 years ago when we saw the Bleach anime. And it comes out every Monday, I think. So I got like a few episodes waiting for me to watch. But I have to watch them on Hulu, and even though I still have the subscription, a paid subscription, I still have to watch freaking ads. So, oh well. Anyways, moving on. So yes, we saw the Jujutsu Kaisen panel, and then we saw the Miraculous Ladybug panel. So for those that are unfamiliar with that, it's a show aimed towards a tween crowd, and it's actually not anime. So of course we have some people that say, "What does this have to do with anime?" So, like seriously, you've like I've said at the beginning of the when we started talking about AWA that everything that you see AWA pretty much caters to everyone nowadays. So like it's 2022, you got the internet and you got, you know, just people consuming what they want and they share with other people's, and it's where it's like wildfire. But in particular, if you diss Ladybug for it not being anime related, it actually does have relation to a very famous anime company, which is Toei Animation, because the show was pitched to Toei by Thomas Astruck. It was pitched to them at some point before Miraculous Ladybug became a thing, and so they just decided to make a 3D animated show instead. But yes, anime was definitely on the mind when the show was pitched. So yeah, so this does have some relation to anime because Toei's involved, and Toei bought us shows like One Piece and Dragon Ball, and you know, yeah, all those shows. So yeah, so there's still some relation to anime. So there's that. What else was I going to? Oh yeah, so we saw the Miraculous Ladybug panel, and apparently there's a new season out. Time flies so fast, man. Because it was just like literally yesterday. Well, not literally. Semi-literally yesterday, I caught up with the previous season, which came out last December. It's on Disney Plus. I don't know if it's actual the season 5 is on Disney Plus now, but apparently it's airing on a Disney Channel as we speak. So it will eventually come to Disney Plus. Maybe it will come on in December. Don't know. But yeah, so that's that panel, and then we saw the I'm trying to say. Oh yeah. So later on that evening, we I think we just hung out with a few friends. We hung out with Tall Josh again, or Prince Asichaka. We hung out with him for a bit, and then we went to the Final Fantasy 14 panel, which was the adults only one, 18 and up. And so I'm like, why? Like, why was that 18 and up? So I'm like, some people were joking that it was an ERP panel, and if you're curious about what ERP means, that is probably why it was 18 and up in the first place. That didn't go very well. What? Oh shoot! Sorry. My phone was ringing. I don't know this person. Probably another political BS call. But anyway. So yes, ERP stands for what you think it is if it's an 18 and up panel, but that's not what the panel was about. I think there was definitely some stuff that would make it 18 and up, but there was no like yaoi or paddles involved or any suggestive well, there was some suggestive concepts, but that's pretty much it. And the host really enjoyed the host of the panel. They were very, the energy that she had was that they had was kind of like my friend Panda. They had the same energy, and as a trade out, so all the three panels we saw that day, the Jujutsu Kaisen, the a Ladybug panel, and the 14 panel. So Miss A is not familiar with Ladybug, but I am, and so is Panda. The Jujutsu Kaisen panel, Miss A and Panda are familiar with that, but I'm not. And then Final Fantasy 14, I'm familiar with it, but Miss A and Panda is not. So I figured, well, let's just share our fandom stand. I think that was a good way to end off the Saturday. So they only say for Friday and Saturday. So after the 14 panel, I bid them farewell, safe travels back to 45 minutes away where Panda lives. And then I went back and saw the rave, and I was waiting for that all weekend. The Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth cosplayers. It was at 3 a.m. in the morning, Saturday night, early Sunday morning. I was like, yes, I need to see that, because that's also my new favorite thing this year that I managed to see. But yeah, we saw the rave though. So, but way before that, that was after we came out of the rave. But before that, we did see the rave. So the rave, not much of a rave person, but I totally recommend going with friends. So the rave, we got into the middle of the Teddy Lloyd set. So Teddy Lloyd, he's been at AWA I think since 2018. I want to say it's 17 or 18, but he was originally involved with that "Me Me Me" song that everyone's familiar that people may recognize. I will not show that here on the channel because it is 18 and up, because it is kind of messed up. But so yeah, Teddy Lloyd performed that 1 year AWA, and then Daoko, I think I saw her in concert. I think that was the first year Teddy Lloyd was there too. But Daoko, I saw her perform, and I had no idea who she was, but I actually enjoyed her music. So I actually put some of her tracks on my Spotify playlist. So yes, yay! So. But Teddy Lloyd, though, he's been frequent at AWA, so I think he's pretty much a mainstay at this point. I know a couple other AWA famous people that have been there in the past, but they're not going anymore for reasons I'm not going to go into, not to cause drama. But yeah, I'd like to see Teddy Lloyd again in the future. But the second set of that rave, you saw a few pictures there about a few moments ago. It was Sebastian Masuda, who is behind a 6% Doki Doki. He's a fashion designer, but he apparently is a DJ too, so he's very talented. I really enjoy that. And Sippy is familiar with him too because he's interviewed him for Tokyo Tower back in the day. So it was nice to have seen him again. I want to say if he came to Anime Blast at one point. I don't know, maybe, but yes. So yeah, I really enjoyed his set. That was the set we stayed for, and after that set, we went our separate ways. It was at that point it was 3 a.m. and I saw those Phoenix Wright cosplayers. I was like, yes. So didn't get to bed until 4 a.m. and then I woke up at 10, and it was the last day of the con. So we went down, saw a few people before we well, I actually stayed until Monday. So that's actually another thing too. Another first for me. I stayed at the con until Monday. And Sunday we went one more round in the dealer's room, and that's where I found the I think we're gonna go into the show and tell arc now of our segment here. So give me one moment. Let me go ahead and exit out of here and start a new slideshow. Give me one momento. Where's that app? Did it seriously just crash on me? What the heck? Hold on. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh my, did it seriously just crash on me? I just hit escape. I got sick of my bullshit. So you're taking too long. Okay, so we're gonna start the slideshow with the show and tell segment. And now some of these I had to move. Some of these might be a little interesting. Probably just want to loop it a few times. So I'm going to explain all of these. There we go. And I think it's in a chronological order, so we'll explain these. Here we go. We're gonna start the slideshow here. Here we go. All right. So that one. So apparently there's a GNC at the Cumberland Mall. They have G Fuel promoting the boys, and it's called Compound Feed. And apparently it tastes like watered down soda, like cola. That's what it tastes like. Also, this is from H Mart. This was actually on Sunday. So H Mart, they had this energy drink called Real Gold with a special limited edition thing with Yoshiki from Extra Pan. So, oh yeah, and this is the stuff I was questioning. I'm like, should I show this on stream? That's I'm only going to show it a few times, but this is one. I need to find the name of the vendor that had it. I think it's called Deck It Out. I think that's what it was, because I spent like $100 at this booth alone. I think that never happens unless it's a K-pop booth. This is also shoot, I forgot their name, but that's their business card. They made this print, and I said, "Oh my god, it's Goku! It's Bulma and Vegeta." Like I actually ship Vegeta and Goku, but I do have a spot for Vegeta and Bulma as well. And then you have Majima. This is a different artist that had it, and then this is Yuri-than. So Yuri-than is Yuri NJ and Thancred from Final Fantasy 14. It's also one of my favorite ships as well. And the next one coming up, this is from, oh shit, I forgot the name of it. There's going to be another picture coming up soon that has all of it, but I love these stickers, especially the Thancred one where it says, "I guess I'll almost die," and I probably shouldn't have showed that because it's actually kind of spoilery. But there you go. But anyway, so all of that. So we got the Leon and Raihan prints, postcard prints. Up above that, we got the Final Fantasy 14 swag. Got a Otaku Sense rune spray featuring Kakashi. You got the Ignis, Yastola, wax melts, and the buttons. And then we got those stickers that we just saw. So all of that's what I bought. But there is one more that I'm, hesitant on showing ever again. At least not on stream. But it's a body pillow featuring Majima and Goromi. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's nervous to just laugh here. So yeah, it's Goromi on one side and Majima on the other side. So that's from this fender that you see right here. That's from the same fender. So I'm pretty sure they were happy that I gave them probably 30% of my paycheck to them, so but no, I really enjoy it. Like I said, Majima's everywhere. I gotta take advantage of it. So well I can. But we're gonna get Yakuza 8 soon, and again, no spoilers. I'm actually surprised I haven't found any like damning spoilers yet. Finding any Majima related content or just Yakuza content or like a Dragon content in general. So I'm like, I'm ready for this. Like, I'm really eager to get this on. I just kind of want to add an extra day just so I can play through all of most of Yakuza. But again, the biggest thing is just going through the whole thing of getting through the Pokemon Elite Four challenge thingy. So we're gonna pull up the slideshow again of the the other slide. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna add all again. Restart it. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna restart the slideshow once more, and I'm gonna wrap up my thoughts of the con. So AWA, it's been done. I gotta keep track of how many years it's been. But it was on Halloween weekend. It's been on Halloween weekend, I think, since 2017. I think not a popular decision, but I kind of understand. This was around the time when Truist Park opened. At the time was SunTrust Park. We didn't have a World Series to worry about again. Well, in town that is, but World Series still on. I think Phillies and Astros are still at it. But I'm gonna root the Phillies. I don't really care for any of those teams. I have a soft spot for some teams, so Phillies are kind of like but and Astros too. But sorry, yes, I'm not much of a sport fan unless it's like a hometown team. So I'm partial to Atlanta. I'm partial to Chicago. But other than that, I'm like So I could just keep moving on without my life until the next team I want to see go to the World Series, like Cubs or White Sox or maybe the Braves again. So yes, that was the issue last year too, because it was just Braves all over the place. and I'm sure people weren't happy to see us normie. Yeah, I mean, how do I say this? I'm pretty sure all the normies weren't happy to see us. Like I remember the faces, seeing the faces of all the people that were there for the Braves. Clearly, they didn't give two shits about anime. They were just like, "I want my baseball. What the frick is going on here?" And I'm sure they were trying to look for a room to stay at the Waverly, but I'm like, yeah, no, you don't want to stay at the Waverly. There's too much going on. So yeah. Um, and of course they really enforced parking this time around because parking was up until last year, parking was fine, but this time, like in the last couple of years, I'm like, no, gotta still tow your car now if you park in one of the lots that you normally parked at like years before. Um, so you hope to have stay at the hotel and get there early, or just park in one of the decks closest to the Galleria. But here is where we're gonna come out to our next theory for 2024. So AWA might not be at the Waverly in 2024. Might be somewhere else. We don't know. That is a rumor. I am not part of staff with AWA. This is something that's been discussed on the official AWA group on Facebook and also on some Discords as well. So, yes, there's a rumor that AWA might not be at the Waverly in 2024, and with the line con that we saw this year, I can kind of see that. They've been there for like at least 20 years now, maybe longer than that. Like my first AWA was in 2009, and this was my 12th year too. I think I said that, except for 1 year. I went almost every except for 2010, and of course 2020 never happened. But so this is my 12th AWA, so I'm really excited to be in the upper double digits of going to a con. So that area where you see the Final Fantasy 14 photo shoot, that was at the Galleria Theater, and that's normally not a place for photo shoots. It's usually at the fountains, usually at the stairs. Well, the stairs was an option. The courtyard apparently wasn't an option, but they used the courtyard for like some other independent thing. I don't know, but if you go to the photo shoot schedule in the Discord, AWA Discord, under AWA info, this was a selection. The courtyard wasn't. There's also a rumor that the courtyard may not be there next year as well. So, which leads to my theory that the Waverly is not interested in having Animu at the con anymore after next year. And I was telling our group of friends that I'm getting flashbacks from the Chattanooga Choo Choo because the Choo Choo made a decision to turn the area into hold on one second. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I hope that music's been playing all this time, but if it's not, please let me know. But I think I got it. I pressed the wrong button, I think earlier. But what else? Oh yeah, so the Choo Choo, they made a decision to turn one of the units of hotels into apartments, and then they eventually did it to all of the units of hotels. So it's basically no place to stay there just for like a weekend. Everything, I think at least, well, I thought they had one unit left. I think they just turned it all into it. And I think they're doing something else to the Choo Choo, like next year or something. But basically, they're easing away from doing events of that scale, like AWA. And then, of course, lines, like, yeah, that was definitely an indicator that, yeah, I think we need to move up. Actually, I think as we wind down our recap of AWA, let me see. One sec. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm going to do an ad break here, so bear with me. I'm going to do an ad break here. And then I'm going to go into pulling up some of these just to read back for our recap pleasure. Also some memes, too. So, alright, so one of the things, here, I'll give it like a few minutes. Sorry about the ugly laugh. So, okay. So anyway, one of the discussions I came across was just very relevant to what I was talking about. Well, who all overspent money and still trying a way or any way to buy more? Hashtag skip hard payment. and who is trying to buy more, but then hashtag skip card payment. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't want to skip card payment though. I actually like kind of had a plan for this. Like I managed to pay for my room, my share of the room with my roommates, and then I'm paid for eating all weekend, and I'm still managed to buy close to $200 worth of swag. But of course, half of that I spent for Majima goods, so it was worth it though. So yeah, we got to show off everything, but it was worth it. But anyway, no, I would not skip a car payment. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. So yes, don't ever skip car payments. But yeah, I think that's like the first time I spent that much at a booth. That much at a booth in one time. Anyway, one of the other things people were praising on the Facebook page, like one person said, just wanted to say that I had a lovely time this year, and a big part of the reason was getting my badge from the clubhouse a week before the con, so please keep doing it for the years to come. That's actually, I think, one thing they started doing this year is that you can pick up your badge, so that's actually really good that they did it. Of course, I live 2 hours away from the con location, so the only option I have was a mail-in, and actually even that was a pain because that wasn't really a pain, it was actually convenient. Like, it was 2 days late. It was supposed to be here on a Monday, but it actually didn't get here until like a Wednesday. So I was like, someone better not have my $70 badge. I'm like, they better not lose it. I don't want y'all to use it though, but yeah, you better not use it. But I eventually got it, so yay. Also, was home at the time, thankfully, because it's a certified mail and you have to sign for it. So I'm like, yeah, I need this now. I need it now, so I can put it in a safe place, so I can make sure to bring it with me. And they even set like 3 different reminders to say, take this with you, because I did not want to deal with that line. That would have been so devastating if I had missed out on it. So, yeah, so if you ever go to a big con this big, make sure to get mail-in options. Like, even cons I went to the first time, like Katsucon and Otakon, I made sure to get a mail-in, because, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm even going to do that for Anime Expo whenever I go. Whenever that will be. Won't be next year, maybe 2024, maybe 25, but we'll see. But I already got the few cons I want to go to for next year, but I'll talk about that later. But this one's a hilarious one. I'm actually going to pull up I'm going to pull up my browser for this so y'all can see it. So this is a meme here that is very relevant to this weekend. Hold on, let me pull it up. Open image, new tab. And again, bear with me. I have to move it to where y'all can see it because I can't push buttons to get it up right now. That's what she said. But sorry, that was dumb. But yeah, so yeah, I can't pull up Mozilla Firefox on my Stream Deck because of something that's broken because of an update to OBS 28. So I'm just gonna have to find my source and scene. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna pull up Firefox. I'm gonna show you exactly what's going on here. So this is a meme someone made. So AWA is Mo, clearly, and Night Owl Pizza. They're a pizza place that's in Atlanta, obviously, and they stay open late until 4 a.m. So at one point, AWA kicked them out. And then if you go behind, there's Nightlife Pizza behind Mo. So just a little background on this. So Night Owl Pizza. Oh my gosh. So in the first 2 days of us staying at the con, we got maybe 5 flyers from Night Owl Pizza in our room. And I'm like, didn't we just see this like 2 hours ago? So yeah, they were that desperate. And then apparently we eventually didn't see these anymore. We actually got Night Owl Pizza, and then Pizza was like okay, but not on the level of Papa John's or Domino's. And we're not going to talk about Domino's. Got another story about Domino's for a little later, but Nightlife Pizza, we didn't get a chance to eat Nightlife Pizza. But yeah, they were just so annoying with the solicitation for Night Owl Pizza. They kicked them out, but then you had Nightlife behind it. So I don't even know they even had them any longer. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's fine if you throw like 1 flyer up, but like 5 in the span of 5 hours, like no. Or 10, I don't know. But yeah, it was ridiculous. But that is one of the funny things that was on the group. But yeah, so Domino's is a little background. At Otakon, it was me and DJ Anime, who's also a fellow streamer. we got Domino's, and it was right after the TM Revolution, either TM Revolution or Jam Project concert. It was after a concert we went to. It was raining. We ran back to our hotel, and instead of dealing with the any restaurants in the area, we decided to get Domino's with us. We get have Domino's delivered to us rather. We never got our food, so yeah, we never got our food. I was watching the tracker, the Domino's tracker, and by the time they closed, I tried calling them, no answer. Didn't get our food. We went to bed hungry, so never doing that again. So I gotta make sure to bring a shit ton of snacks if you want to survive during the con weekend. So thankfully I didn't get charged. Also, funny story, Errol and Beth, who's been on our stream here in the past as a viewer, and we've also collabed with her with Pokemon Elite, Pokemon Unite. I'm gonna say Pokemon Elite, but Pokemon Unite. We play that together. We might do another collab soon, but we what was it? Oh yeah, she asked me, give me their phone number. She wanted their phone number so she can chew them out, and apparently they had an attitude about it too, like, well, if you're not the person, then why are you calling? And it was really sweet of her to do that. I really appreciate that, and it was like hilarious. You know, one of the highlights of the weekend. So we didn't get our food, but yes, we know that you're probably understaffed. Y'all didn't expect this. This was actually the first weekend I think Otakon was in DC, mind you. So I understand, but like, come on, y'all. But this was in 2017. Like, you know, I don't know. But they shouldn't have an attitude about it. They should just apologize. But thankfully I didn't get charged for that. I didn't get charged for the food. So, yay. But anyway, so that was my Domino's story. But we were talking about AWA movie. I'm trying to get to more of these hold on one sec. One of these Facebook posts. Oh yeah, so people were suggesting moving locations to move AWA to. So at this point, I've outgrown the Waverly. I don't know. I don't think they've posted an official attendee count yet. I imagine it's like in the 40,000, maybe 45. And I think some people said they had like at least 5,000 people Thursday, I think. So I'm like, that's impressive. But yeah. So the contract with the gallery up will be up soon. Okay, I want to read this post. So this person put up a disclaimer that I'm not on staff. This is not a rumor or a poll. This is a question from a 20-year AWA veteran. With AWA's contract being up at the Galleria soon, which venue would you think would be best for the con? So their vote is for the Georgia World Congress Center, or GWCC, which is where MomoCon is held. It is much larger, has better options for food, places for photo shoots and meetups, and parking isn't as bad. People claim it is, despite being in downtown for MomoCon. I was able to prepay parking. Now I don't know if that means it's guaranteed or not. And getting a hotel for last year and this year's MomoCon was so painless. It will be hard to not have AWA at the Renaissance and Galleria, but we've already addressed the elephant in the room, and it's simply too big for the venue. The downside to the GWCC, you can't have loud music indoors except for approved spots like the concerts or raves. And the courtyard outside is pretty small in comparison, but those who go to MomoCon know it's still hella fun at night, and yes, it is. Another option is the same hotels that DragonCon or DC is held at. Once again, more parking, food, rooms, and space. I think they are also pretty lenient on those who want to party in the lobby as well. And I don't really want to hear whining about those venues being in the city. There are no other options in Metro Atlanta that are big enough. I live here and I have been to just about every venue. Here, there simply isn't. Those are the only other options. With careful planning, the city isn't that difficult to navigate. Once again, I am not staff. This is and not in any way a reflection of what AWA's future may hold. I'm just curious what people may think would be the best from an attendee's perspective. Yes, I'm aware AWA won't feel like AWA without being in this current venue, but it simply cannot fit in the venue anymore. Eventually, it will run into issues where it could shut down due to the fire marshal saying it's overcapacity. Kind of like how the lines were getting capped, panels, etc. Which, yes, it's definitely... The panels has been an issue, though, for like the last 4 AWAs, though, I will say that. Let's, from off the record. Or they will start capping tickets, and it will be a lottery system like getting rooms. So then it will be a matter of pure luck even being able to attend. I know it sucks, but we have to face the fact that venue doesn't work anymore. So, yes. So apparently, Faisal Ahmed, who's one of the con directors for AWA, says, I'm all for this discussion of what venues you want, so let's hear more suggestions. And also, someone jokingly said somewhere with cell signals. Yes, definitely, that was an issue. Now, mind you, in the past, I had AT&T as a carrier, no signal whatsoever. Like I can't even, like you had to be lucky to get a text message. Even I think even like before like getting into the busy areas, it would be an issue. But now I have T-Mobile. Well, previously I had Sprint, but now I have T-Mobile. Since not a thing, Sprint's not a thing anymore. You had to like pull up the page for like a minute for it to actually fully load to get anything, especially using the AWA app. Like that was annoying. But if you were in your room, if you go to if you had a room at a con and go to your room, you can easily get a service. But yeah, so somewhere with the cell signal. I think MomoCon was a little better considering how many people you had. I think like MomoCon is catching up with, or rather, MomoCon has surpassed AWA's attendees though. But like you got more to work with. I guess that's just more modern. I guess I don't know. Man, when someone to cell signal, and then someone said, we require vaccines. Figured out what boosts the signal. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I don't have that rim shot. That dumb test. I don't have that. So that's going to be a joke I'm going to explain later. We're not going to go into that. But yeah, this says that unfortunately that's going to be pretty difficult anywhere. It wasn't an issue of signals. The fact that they're with so many people in such a small spot that any of the nearby towers are over capacity. One of my friends is a network engineer for T-Mobile and said that it was just too many people trying to ping off the nearby towers, causing congestion. Nothing would fix that other than cell providers bringing COWs or cells on wheels. Selling wheels, and since it's not a disaster relief or super big multi-week event, any sort of financial incentive for mobile providers, that likely won't happen. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. But yeah, oh yeah, one person said that they actually disagree with the idea of going to the Georgia World Congress Center. They said that the venue doesn't appeal to me at all, or to them at all. MomoCon was better in 2022 than in 2019, but both pale compared to the Waverly. And then Omni is an awful host hotel. I've never stayed at the Omni, so I can't really say anything about it either. The surrounding area is sketch as fuck. Or AF, as the cool kids call it. The battery's right over the I-285 bridge, and those food options are far better than anything surrounding the Georgia World Congress Center. And if AWA does end up moving there, so be it. But it was like to see AWA become MomoCon first and 2, even though AWA was first. Like, y'all don't realize that AWA was first. But it says it's either that or the DC hotels. There aren't any other option. There aren't any other options for venues in the area. I've been to conventions that share the same venue. Honestly, it doesn't feel the same, but that's just me. And then how is the Omni bad? Which I'm curious. I guess they are pricey because it is next to the CNN building, CNN Center. So of course that's like a huge, landmark in Atlanta. So you got CNN building. You got the Varsity, like pretty much everything. Yeah, it's near a lot of major Atlanta landmarks in the city. So also you got the I think State Farm. Well, you got the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and then you got State Farm Arena, which is like right behind it. Yeah, there's just so much going on. So it wouldn't make sense for them to be expensive. But I'm actually surprised that they're working with MomoCon to get the rates that they've had so far. How is Omni bad? My experience wasn't bad, though the rooms are pricey for what you get. Surrounding area hotels are much nicer with better walks, and the area isn't that bad. I walked in/around the park in the wee hours of the morning, and other than being asked for change or sold a mixtape, I never had any issues, but once again, that's just me. I can't speak for everyone, and realize everyone's experience will be different. It's a damn if they do, damn if they will, they have to. If anyone has made it clear they don't want us there anymore, and it's becoming clear the fire marshal also is ready to pounce and shut the whole thing down. Well, damn. And with them possibility of impending tear down the courtyard. That's another thing I was going to get at too. That will even leave less space for people to hang out, making it even more crowded. So yes, the courtyard, the area outside of the Waverly Hotel, the entrance, that is also in talks of being torn down. So that is also another sad reality we have to face in the coming months leading up to AWA 2023. Is that courtyard area, because that's like one of the major like hangout areas during a con. And then what else did it say? Something else that just came to me about the. Oh yeah, so you have the Olympic Park too, which is beautiful at night. Like I took some pictures walking through to get to my hotel this past MomoCon. It was so beautiful. And of course, during a big weekend, and also with it being Atlanta, it's I want to say it's safe, but don't quote me on that. I mean, you gotta basically use your judgment. Like, if someone weird comes up to you, you keep walking. You keep walking to the nearest lit area, because there's a Waffle House that's 24 hours, and you have, I think, a few other places, but definitely a hotel. So have like a security guard there. But like I said, use your best judgment there and bring protection to defend yourself in case anything weird happens. So let's see. What else was it? Yeah. Oh yeah. So I was going to say, what's another venue? Oh yeah. So there's the Gas South Convention Center, which is new. I think it used to be called the Infinity Energy Arena or something. Don't know, but that is where Japan Fest was held this past year. It was my first time going, at least. I don't know if that was that first time there at that venue too, but I would say maybe that's another option, but that might be too big too. I mean, too small for AWA. So in this case, they might go to venue C or Exhibit Hall C for AWA, but it will be interesting. On the bright side, if they do move to I don't know, another weekend. I hope they don't move to like Thanksgiving weekend. That would be so terrible, because then I definitely won't be able to go because of my job. So we'll see. But yeah, they will have to move. I can like Georgia World Congress Center is the only option at this point. Like I said, we'll see what happens. Also, yeah, one of the things I wanted to mention is that they didn't have any con tables this year. I think that's one of the things I mentioned briefly. So the con tables they didn't have, because the fire marshal said no. So yes, that's a huge blow. So a lot of cons that want to promote, they just lost a huge segment of people that could have, been interested in one event. So yeah, so that would have been devastating. There are a lot of people saying that they don't want the con to move, but like, I'm like, if hold on, it says I don't see moving to downtown Atlanta and competing with Mercedes during football season as a viable solution. Oh gosh. And then it says Georgia World Congress Center downtown on Halloween weekend sounds like a terrible time. I don't know. Anyway, yes, that is definitely a topic for discussion for months to come as we get to 2023. Also, so that is all for that moves. The topic of moving the con. But one last thing, I think that's all I got for AWA. Just to sum up, just how I think of AWA. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Definitely, if you want to go, definitely be sure to pre-register for next year. And actually, that's where we're going to get to now. So AWA does have an early bird discount going on into November 4th, where you can get all 4 days for $55. And hold on, I need to have this for special effect. Yes, so $55 for all 4 weekends. If you do it before the 4th, you can get it for that price. If you wait long enough, they will make it to where you can upgrade your badge, your ticket rather, your membership, to get into 2023 by having a mail-in option. So like this past year's $15, but they were talking about, from what I've seen on Twitter and other socials, they were discussing pricing for next year. So it might be $15 again next year, it might be $20, who knows. But definitely take advantage of getting it outside of the con early as you can. So that I'm planning on doing that coming this Friday. So anyway, I hope that's I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So I talked about the stuff we got. And yeah, I said I got a Dakimakura of Majima. So that's like one of the highlights of the weekend. So yeah, that's going to be posted. I need to post him in a Discord. Actually, I haven't gotten a chance to do that. But yeah, thank you for tuning in for our recap of Anime Weekend Atlanta. If you had fun, if anyone's here in chat, let me know what you think of the con. I know a lot of people haven't been to cons yet, especially with the way things have been. Now is a good time to go to one. So as far as any cons are concerned, next con go to. So there's actually a one-day con coming up here on Saturday called KusaCon. It's in Rome, Georgia. I think it's. I don't know if they've been around. I don't know if it's their first year. I think it's their second year. But if you go there, it's a one-day con. It's in Rome, Georgia. So I'm going to check it out, see what it's all about. Got a friend that's vending there, so it'll be fun. So it'll be the last convention experience for myself before the holiday craziness begins. Also, apparently Atlanta Anime Day is still a thing, or just Anime Day in general. So in the past, we will go to these anime days, and it's a one-day vendor room area where you can buy a lot of anime goods, and you do have like small panels in the viewing rooms for the day. So they do have cosplay contests too. So I think that's the Saturday after Black Friday. It's like Thanksgiving weekend. So on the 26th of November, if anyone wants to check it out. And I think it's hold on. Ow, my tummy. My tummy hurts for some reason. Ow. So yes, it is on November 26th. It's going to be at the Gas South District Convention Center. I was just talking about that. So it's going to be at Gas South, and it's $5 at the door. If you're a military, first responder, or if you have a kid under 10, you get it for free. But also, if you have old manga that you want to get rid of, it's $1 off per manga. So you can give away 5 mangas to get them for free. So yeah. So think about it. So if you want to give up any old manga, you can go get it for free. But again, like I said, if you've served our country in any way as a military personnel, first responders, or if you have a child under 10, you can get in. Everyone can get in for free that fall into that category. So, yeah, so that's EWA 2022. So I hope you all enjoy that. It's been kind of a chill stream.